again, my friends. Man, I am late, folks. And happy to be back out here. Happy to be back, my friends. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the show today. Yes, sirree. It's drizzling rain right now. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Yeah, it was pouring down rain yesterday. It literally rained for, about 8 to 10 hours straight. Super off and on, heavy to light rain. No way to get out fishing yesterday. And today was a run to the pharmacy, so I couldn't get out until I was done with that and dug bait. This is the earliest opportunity I could get out today, my friends. Hope I can catch some fish for you guys today. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Yes, sir. This is our channel, folks. It's our channel. I think it is. It probably is. All right, let me get some bait on these rods, and I will grab our tablet and come check that chat. Got the umbrella with me, got multiple raincoats, got a tarp, just in case something really gets bad. With that super heavy down rain, that's going to get everything soaking wet unless you've got something to put over it. And I can always make a V-line for the nearest protected zone, which is about, it's about maybe 3 or 4 minutes on my scooter. Sand in that stupid reel. Crap. As you guys can see, the rain pretty much eroded the shorelines down here. Until she's finished, we're going to kind of be fighting shoreline is collapsing underneath us. Should be entertaining. Yep, should be entertaining for sure. All right, that's one rod out. Let's get our big rod out here. I've already seen one big fish something or other come up. I don't know what it was. Pretty big. Yeah, this drizzle rain, I think, will be bringing these guys up. And it's pretty humid. It's about 75, 80 degrees, so no cool temperatures right now. Yeah, that's what I got to watch out for. The ground's collapsing to your left. Hopefully I put you guys back far enough where you're not going to take a dip. That would not be nice in multiple locations. Both for me and for you guys. Well, you'd probably be laughing your butt off, but I wouldn't be. And there goes my cell phone again into the water. Oh, boy. Let's see. Get a big old night crawler on here. I hope you guys enjoy the show today. I'm quite a bit late. I do realize that. I'm usually starting my live feeds around 11:30 or 12. It's 1 o'clock. I do realize that, folks. I apologize, but there was no way I could get everything ready until now. And let's see, make sure that drag is set good. Feels pretty good. I think that will do. Current seems a little slow today. I'm not sure if that's just right now or has it been that way for a while. He seems pretty calm. Not really ripping too hard. All right, let's go get our tablet here and I'll come check the chat, my friends. Hope you guys enjoy the show today. Hope I can catch some for you guys. We're just getting started, folks. We are just getting started. All right. And here we are. 11 people in and seeing 5 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Dirty, what's going on? How you doing, Dirty? Dirty says MVP. Let's see, Viva, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Viva says good afternoon. Viva says hi. Viva says like and done. Appreciated that, Viva. Viva says greetings from Germany. Awesome, my friend. This is St. Louis, Missouri, as you know. We're on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River. Let's see, Honeycut, what's going on? How you doing, Honeycut? Honeycut says hi. And see, Pup, what's going on? How you doing, Pup? Pup says hi, MVP. Let's see, pup. Yep, like number 7. You got it, my friend. Let me make sure to get you guys. Well, I've never seen him before you, but pup, I definitely have. So let me add you as a standard. And there we go. Let me get back to my backup account here. Hope you guys enjoy the show today, my friends. It's drizzling rain. It's about 70, 75 degrees. Temperature is not too bad, a little humid. Let's see. Pup says, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing okay. A lot of stuff to get finished today. And there goes our first train. I said, I'm doing okay. We're out here fishing. I mean, I was still at the pharmacy at 10:30, so I think I did make pretty good time. Yeah, I see why the car is pretty slow right now. There's a barge parked up right past that point, and that's going to be pretty much tempering this current down here today. Well, that's interesting. See 19 people in it, seeing 10 thumbs up. Incredible, my friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's see Green River, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Green River says howdy. Howdy, my friend. Hope you enjoy this show today. We are just getting started, folks. Like, this is our very first cast. Got gunk on the screen here. Let me get all this yucky stuff off. Yep, sand and other stuff in my backpack. Get off of there, you little icky, yucky stuff, you. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. I don't like it on my screen. We're going to be going through tissue today because it's sprinkling rain out here. And even a drop of water on one of these tablets or cell phones, whatever, it can make it act wonky. And what are you doing? It's still acting weird again. And there we are. All right, let's see. Let's see. Pup says, "Hope you catch a bunch." Oh, you're very welcome. I don't get to give out many wrenches, but I want to make sure that my regulars get their wrenches back. Let's see. Let me make sure to go back and switch you up. How you doing, Yogi? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we did a purge. That's the reason why I have to give you back your wrench. Uh, really? It ended already? What happened? No. What the heck? Well, that's weird. No, that's acting weird. What the heck? It said my live stream had ended, but obviously, oh, that's a pop pop. Come on. Come on, big guy. I saw him there. He was nipping at it. Let's see, add as a standard. And let's see, Green River Trout Slayer. I also want to add you. All right, there's my 3 wrenches for the day. I'll let Danny D take care of the rest when he's in. He's probably in already. Let's see. How you doing, Yogi? Yogi says hi. Yogi says no hurry, Mike. And see, Pup says we still here. And that is very, very, very appreciated, my friend. I hope you enjoy the show. Yeah, we're off camera just a hair. I do see that. My back is like off just a smidgen. That should fix that problem. Yep, as you guys can hear, I'm wearing a mic feed. That means we can chat much easier. And boy, the way this current is flowing right now, I could really use a smaller weight. That's a pretty good pop on that. I wonder why. Yeah, he just nipped the end of the worm off, you little stinker. Yeah, they are good at that, folks. You know, they can tear your bait off with nary so much as a movement of the rod tip. And that one, at least I saw the rod tip move. I mean, I saw it. There's not much I could do. He nip, and that was it. Yeah, I'm not putting a whole other night crawler on just because he nipped the end of the worm off. I'm just adding a couple little red worms on there. Give it a little extra scent. All right, that fish was right. That bite was right about there. Make sure that line is caught. I think I might refresh our close rod too. Yeah, I could put the rod tip back further, but at the same time, I need with this big rod, I can't put her back too far. Yeah, nothing on the smaller rod in closer. Let's keep inching her out until we find where these fish are. Every time you come down here, folks, it can be a little different. And since I haven't been down here in a day or two, it can be kind of fun trying to find where they are. I mean, I obviously know they're in front of me somewhere. It's just locking on to where that particular location is. So let's cast that out. That's too far. That's going to be deep water. So let's reel her in a little bit. So we've got her in mid-range. All right, make sure I'm not stepping on our rod tips. All right, get back to chat. 12 people in, 16 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoy the show today. And that line slack on me again. Why does it keep doing that? Jeez. There's very little current today. I don't know why it's doing that. It's sprinkling rain right now, folks. I should probably just take this off because this is getting hot. It's not drizzling quite enough to worry about that as of yet. It's drizzling rain right now. It's friggin' humid, folks. It's up there in the 95% range. Oh, I missed some chat here. And let's see, Red Bull, what's going on? How you doing, Princess? Princess says, I hope everyone is having a great and wonderful day. And Princess with the heart emojis. Let's see, John, what's going on? How you doing, John? John says hi. How you doing today, John? It's not raining too bad right now, but it's enough to kind of make it so I have to put this on an angle before so she doesn't get wet. Because you guys know, water and electronics they don't really mix. Might have been a bite. Either that or a big drop. No, that's a bite. That's a bite. Got him, folks. Got him. Fish on. That's fighting pretty good. That's on my light stuff. Oh, what the heck? I jumped. What was that? What the heck is up with that drum taking a backflip in midair, man? Sheesh, that's a nice drum, though. Man, that fish, she jumped. Yeah, that's a couple pounds. 2.5, 3 pounds. Hooked right in the lip again. Those bait holder hooks looking pretty good. That's about 2 pounds. First fish of the day, my friends. Awesome first fish. Didn't take us too long. Hey, no skunk. Skunk is off the board. Oh, yep. They don't like it when you try to switch hands. Yeah, this is sand, folks, so no worries about this guy. He's just all mucky now, so I gotta take the opportunity to wash his foot off. Yep, he got all, yeah, sandy. He's sandy. I mean, San Diego is in, because she's sandy. Beautiful fish, my friends. Yeah, it's about 2. Solid 2 pounds. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wake up, fishy. Wake up. I gotta give that fish a tap. Yeah, hang on, folks. I gotta give him a little love tap. But oh, there he goes. Never mind. Yeah, sometimes they can act a little weird. Yeah, that was just on a whole bunch of little red worms, so that's a pretty good sign. It's a pretty good sign indeed. So they're not in super shallow water, but they're out about midway. They might be out deeper too. I don't know what was up with that drum. He did a backflip in midair. Kind of hyperactive. I think he's eating his Wheaties or something. That mic feed's up higher on my collar. I noticed every once in a while when I tend to crouch down, I'll accidentally cover the mic feed. You guys won't be able to hear me. I didn't even have time to grab something to drink today. Just grab my gear, run out, set up the camera, and start her up. That was a bite. I saw that. Pop on a big rod. Come on. I was about to set the hook. He's nibbling on it. Oh man. He was pulling on it, but look what he did. He grabbed onto the end of that night crawler, and when I set that hook, I just pulled the night crawler right out of his mouth. I gave him time to try to get that worm all the way to his mouth. He just never did. All right, folks, I'll get back to the chat as soon as I can here. As usual, I was able to get about a dozen night crawlers. I could only get about 50 red worms today because I didn't really have time. If I'd have spent enough time to get the red worms, I'd have been out here I wouldn't have been out here till probably 2:30. Plus, it was starting to rain. I wanted to get out before she started pouring down because they did say it's supposed to keep on raining the majority of the day today. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work, so, folks. I do have an umbrella over here and multiple raincoats. I can set up something here if she starts pouring down badly. But honestly, with the way the humidity is and she's kind of calmed down and she stayed calm, I think this is going to be what we get. Usually when you got like heavier storms coming in, you'll get a frontal boundary, which kind of means you'll get a massive amount of wind come in right before you get any type of moisture. And then she'll just, die down right when the rain comes. And as soon as the rain comes, the wind will pick up again. This seems to be like, this is just much better than the other day. The other day it was pouring down so much rain I couldn't even see across the street. All right, here we are, folks. It's going to make me refresh, obviously. Let's see, 25 people in. It's seeing 26 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you. And I sure hope you enjoy the show today. Yeah, she made me refresh. Red Ball, let's see. Gary, what's going on? How you doing, Gary? Gary says, hey, Mike and chat. Let's see, Reaper, what's going on? How you doing, Reaper? Reaper says hi. Let's see, Gary says fish on. Let's see, and Eric, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Eric says fish on. And Yakin is in the house. What's going on, Yakin? Yakin says hello, MVP. Let's see, Chris says good luck, Mike. Appreciate you dropping by, Chris. Let's see, Chris says sure. Chris says Gary. Yakin says he's Chris. Let's see, Gary says, hey, Chris, my brother. Yakin says hello, Chris. And hello, Gary. Let's see, Gary says sure. Let's see, Bad Boy Melvin is in the house. How you doing, Bad Boy? Bad Boy says hi, all MVP, Chris and Gary. Chris says Bad Boy Melvin. Let's see, Gary says Melvin. Let's see, and Adrian, what's going on? How you doing today, Adrian? Adrian says MVP. Let's see, Arnold says, how's it going, bro? Hey, we're just getting started, sprinkling rain. Yeah, that's what I would expect. We're getting a little bit of more wind. That's interesting. A little cool breeze there. That's got me a little concerned. Let's see, Adrian says, yakking. Well, with them dogs. Let's see, Kiss says, Adrian. Let's see, Adrian says, Red Bull Princess. And Miss Daisy, what's going on? How you doing, Miss Daisy? Oh, it was a bite. Come on. Yeah, he was popping on it pretty good. Yeah, that little stinker was popping on it pretty good there. I don't think he got that bait off because that's a big night crawler. Let's see. Miss Daisy says, Chris says, Daisy, hi. Let's see. Gary says, Miss Daisy. Miss Daisy asks, how are you, my friends? Doing okay. We just got started. One nice freshwater drum. I was at the pharmacy all day, so getting out here and getting out fishing, that was kind of my goal for the day, was to get all my stuff done and get out here to fish. And I got a friggin' leaf on the line. Get off there. Piece of junk. Get off, man. Sheesh. Stubborn. That wasn't a very good cast. Oh, well, I don't like that at all. It's like 7, 8 feet. Yeah, that sucked. That's better. All right, she's stabilized. And that's going to be one of those days where she's going to be drizzling on us all day long. Let's see, get that off of there, get that off of there, get that off of there, off of there, off of there, off of there. All right. Miss Daisy says, hi, Gary. Let's see, Miss Daisy says, dang, those stubborn leaves. I know. Yeah, we're going to leave that just like that so she doesn't get covered with stuff. 34 people in and 29 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, that got a pretty good bite out there, so let's see what's going on with it. Might have nipped most of the worm off on us. Looks like she did, too. Got all the smaller worms I put on there to cover the rest of that hook off, and left the night crawler. I thought he wouldn't be able to get that night crawler off that easily, but apparently he didn't care. He got the red worms off. Like, that's good enough for me. Yeah, the amount of rain we've had, folks, you can see this. It's eroded this sand shoreline pretty good. It's taken about an inch and a half of sand off this bank and just washed her in the river. All right, that looks pretty good. Just a couple little extra squirmy wormies on there. And that was like right about out, a little bit in from that. All right. That's about mid-range, straight in front of us. I probably should have put a smaller weight on there. I didn't even notice there was a big barge over there parked upriver. That's slowing the current down quite a bit. It's just enough rain to get get you a little irritated, but no worries. I'm gonna have a lot of trouble getting a big one in here if I get one, cause yeah, the bank is falling. Oh, there's a nice fish right there by the bank. Oh, pop, pop, pop. Come on, come on. Puppy, she might have it. Oh, he had it too. He had it. They like to hold on to that bait and just hold on to it. It's actually a very good fish. Just hit the surface like right by the bank. Kind of makes me want to put my JK crawler out here, but there's not a lot of room to put a third rod here. I mean, normally I'd just be setting them up, but with this bank eroding down here, it makes it a little trickier. That's still not enough worm. Dig like 50 of these little stinkers, and you don't put a lot of soil in there, and guarantee they're gonna dig down into that bucket, and they're gonna sit right at the bottom. There's another little squirmy wormy. I didn't have a whole lot of time to dig bait, I'm afraid. That's as good as I can get her. Hopefully that'll be good enough. That's a little too far out. Reel it in just a little bit. I got one good bite on our big rod. I just missed her. That can be a little frustrating with these big guys. Oh, there's a pop already. Man, I've got right in front of something out there. Yep, sounds like another train's coming, folks. Might be turning, I'm not sure yet. Hang on, let me get these rods stabilized, folks, and I'll get back to that chat, okay? All right, that might be good enough for them. Yep, another train, folks. Another train's coming. Oh, pop. Oh, you little stinker. As soon as I picked up that rod, he popped it. Ah. Yeah, just a little on edge, you know, after being in the pharmacy, dealing with all that stuff and hustle and bustle, the crowds. And that's a nice fish that's coming to the surface right there. That might be the problem. I was casting this out too far, maybe. That was in pretty close. So I might switch that and put that in a little closer because that was pretty dang close to the bank over there. All right, that's back. As soon as this stabilizes, I'll come check that chat, okay, folks? Yeah, that's about where I've been getting bites, so no reason to reel that in. That's got to stabilize straight up. It's just a little misty rain. It's not too bad. It's one of those rains where, yeah, it's not even getting your clothes wet for now. It's just a little bit of a mist. Come on, you little stinker. Stabilize for me. Oh, pop. Come on. He's hitting it already. Got him, folks. It popped off again. Man. Boy, there are a lot of fish in here right now. I just noticed that, folks. There's every few moments there's a nice fish just coming up to the surface. There's a bite on that one. There's fish there, fish there, fish there. There's a lot of them right now, folks. I'm not sure if you can pick up those little boils right here. I wonder what these guys are. They're in pretty freaking close to the bank too. I really want to get this one in here closer because those fish have got me interested. I think I've got this one too far out. So we're just gonna flip this right in here, right by the bank, like right about there. Get that, because that's where those fish have been hitting the surface. Pop, pop, pop! Come on, come on. See if I can hook this guy. I'm having trouble hooking him. Pop. I could feel that fish is holding on to that bait. That's what I needed to do, Michael. That'll make it easier. Yeah, I needed to shake that sucker up a little bit. How's that line doing over there? I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to get back to the chat right now. These guys are hitting pretty hard right now. I want to see if I can hook a few of these suckers. We might have a school of something going by. And they're hitting weird. They're hitting more like buffalo or something. Might need to put a smaller weight on because this current is just not pulling today. My lines are stabilizing pretty much wherever I cast them. Yeah, they are not drifting at all. Everything's wet down here again. Let's see. Danny, what's going on? How you doing, Danny? Danny with the googly eyes. And see, Alex, what's going on? How you doing today, Alex? Alex says hi. Let's see. Chris says, Danny, Mr. President. Well, if he's a president, I guess I'm the vice president. Let's see. Alex says, is this in New Orleans? No, no, sirree, my friend. We're in St. Louis, Missouri. We're on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River. I know this spot can look like a lot of local areas, my friends. Yeah. Oh, he got me snagged. Dang it. Dove into that stuff again. Please don't break off. Yep, I got someone's line. I can feel it. That's not going anywhere. Crap. Man, that broke way up. Crap. We'll put our jig head crawler out here, folks, and that way we've got at least one rod out here. And while I'll get to you guys' chat and I'll get this other rod re-rigged. That broke very shallow. That's odd. Might have a groove in the line or something. That was unexpected. We can also cast the jig head a little bit better down here. You don't get snagged quite as bad with it. Get a little bit better better holding ability too for some reason with this thing recently. I can hold a bit better with it. That line is going totally slack on me. Yeah, I need to put a smaller weight on this one too. And this current is just not pulling today, so I don't really need that ounce of weight. That's showing up because the fish they're not really pulling that rod over there right now. Come on, you old stinker. Tighten up. Sheesh. And thank you for that, Danny. By the way, PayPal and Cash App's linked in my description on my main channel. If you want to donate, it's okay. If you do, if you don't, it's all right. That option is there to help support the channel. And any type of donation is welcome, my friend. Let's see, Denny says, welcome in, people. Let's see, chicken fan says, any luck today? One freshwater drum, about 2 pounds. We're getting bites. It's just hooking these little stinkers. There's some big freshwater drum, grass carp, buffalo down here. Let's see, Alex says, MVP fishing, where are you fishing at? We're fishing down on the mighty muddy Mississippi River, Alex. Yeah, we're about a 1/4 mile upriver from the Arch in St. Louis. Let's see, Reaper says hi. Danny says, hi, Reaper, wrenched you. Yeah, I gave out 2 wrenches so far, Danny, so the other 3 are up to you. Let's see, Bambi says 34. Awesome, my friend. How you doing today, Bambi? Let's see, River says, oh, I got it, thank you. Let's see, Bambi says, the train, the train. Let's see, Reaper says hi. Bambi says hi, you. Let's see, Danny says, told you, Reaper, I would wrench you. Yeah, I think that works the way we do it, because I know Danny has his own viewers and I have my own viewers. That way we can get multiple viewers in at once. Let's see, Ripper says, yeah, but it's enough rain to be irritating. Yeah, just a little bit. That's why I like to kind of wear shorts when it's drizzling rain, because eventually it'll build up on your clothing, right? But when it hits your skin, it dries. So you got to get pretty wet as a pop. Come on, come on. Got him, folks. Got him. Fish on. That's on our big rod. Little stinker. That's our second of the day. That's about half the size of the first one we got. That's about a pound. And we still got him. Number 2. Second fish of the day, my friends. That's a gorgeous little freshwater drum. Yeah, they got a lot of species down here. It's just right now it seems like the freshwater drum and the big old grassies are running. Yeah, this is up about 2 feet from our last trip, because we were fishing, like, there's another big one right by the bank. Yeah, these guys are in super, super close. When I re-rig my other rod, I'm going to put a very small weight on her, because these guys are in really close today. Gorgeous freshwater drum. Take a look at these guys. People don't like freshwater drum. How can you not love that fish with the purples and the chromes? And these guys get over, well, I get them like every once in a while. I get them about 20, but they get in the 50-pound range down here. Beautiful fish, folks. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. That was on our big rod, so they're definitely out here. That's another one right by the bank. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a smaller weight on. I wonder what these are. They almost look like white bass. White bass or skipjack. Man, it would be nice to get a good big old skipjack herring. I've got my knife on me. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to keep up with that chat right now. Especially the first couple minutes into the feed can be pretty hectic down here. You never know what's down here first in line to grab your baits. And that was in pretty close again, so we're gonna flip that right, pretty much about the same spot. I do seem to notice that with the bigger rod, you almost need at least a ½ ounce of weight to hold in these spots. Yeah, sand all over. Oh, got him, folks. Got him. Fish on. Boy, that doubled it. That's on the jig head crawler. Oh, popped off. Man. Sheesh. Man, that hook was totally exposed and super sharp, razor sharp. That wasn't too big, a couple pounds. I think the way that hit, it might have been a flathead or something, because that rod doubled over nice and slow. Dang it. Oh, well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that hook. That's super sharp, razor sharp. Maybe just got him outside the lip or something. There's something hitting on that one again. Yep, something hitting on that one again. Come on. Pull it. Pull it, you little stinker. Pull it. Make up your daggone mind. And that was right about there. Because that rod it went straight to the water. Just like a flathead. Because a lot of the times those flathead catfish, they'll grab onto that bait and they'll start swimming away with it very, very slowly. What are you doing? There we go. Let's see. Danny says, Arnold wrenched you. How you doing, Arnold? Let's see. Bambi with the rainy emojis. Yep, you got it. It's a little drizzly rain out here right now. Let's see, Ben, what's going on? How you doing, Ben? Ben says hi. Let's see, Bambi says, some best days in the rain. That is true. And there's no torrential, super bad weather. Got him, folks. Uh-oh. That's bigger. Yep, that's bigger, folks. That's bigger, folks. What do we got? Boy, that's fighting like a catfish. Don't pull too hard, Michael. As this big rod can be tough to keep these. Oh, it's a big freshwater drum. No, they've got a buffalo. Yeah, we got a buffalo carp. Man, that's on a big hook too. Man, I got to be careful with this guy because these guys, these hooks can pull out of these guys super easy. Yep, that's a buffalo carp, folks. Buffalo sucker. I know, Mo Dog. Like, thank God it said no buffalo carp. That's a sucker fish. So that's what we're running at. I was wondering, it kind of looked like white bass. No, it's these buffalo down here today. Yeah, this is like a perfect hooking job on this guy too. Couple pounds. Come on, buddy. Come on, quit it. Dang it, quit it, buddy. Oh, man, what is wrong with you? Dude. Man, if I wasn't wet from the rain, I sure as heck am now. Sheesh. Yeah, I barely got him, too. I knew that hook was about ready to fall out of him. Got some muck on him. I don't want to put him back in the water because this sucker will get away on us. That's a thin guy. That's about a pound and a half, 2 pounds. Yep. 2 pounds for sure. That's a nice fish, folks. Number 2. No, that's our third. So we caught 2 freshwater drum and it's nice buffalo. Well, man, I was just trying to get the blood off his lip. Oh well, that fish is like hyper, man. That's a pop. Come on the other rod. It was running up current with it and got me in that snag again. That fish ran up current till he got me in the snag. Hopefully this will come off. If not, man, that is cutting really easily. Sheesh. Well, I'll get another jig head on that. That's one good thing about using the jig heads too. I got her up and I showed you guys, but she's camera shy. She don't want to be seen by the people on YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. Every once in a while, you get a fish down here. It's camera shy. As soon as they see that camera, they go ballistic. I got muck all over my glasses, folks. Let me see if I can clean these things off here and get back into chat here. I got to get another jig head on this one rod. Nip that in half. Yeah, they definitely hit it better when I cut it into pieces. That was a thin one. We usually get those big old long and fat guys. And I'm surprised I hooked that. That's on one of my bigger hooks. Yeah, a tiny old mouth. And pretty close to the bank, too. Yeah, my glasses are all friggin' messed up. That's a pop already. Did you see that? Must hit something in the head. Jeez, look at these things. Take me forever to clean these things off. I'm trying, folks. We're having issues with these guys right now. That last one, man, he's just mean. Sometimes you get a buffalo in here, he's nice and docile, and sometimes you just get him in here and they're mean. Oh, there's a pot, man, that started to double it. The little stinker started doubling it. He's still playing with it. He might have his mouth. Oh, he did. He had it in his mouth. They do that sometimes, folks, where they'll grab onto the bait and they'll just move up current a little bit and just keep on chewing on it. So you'll wind up sitting there and the fish is chewing on your bait, getting your bait off, and you can't even tell he's on there until you start moving that line and reel in a little bit. And all of a sudden, you'll start feeling them pulling on it. And you got to set that hook quick because they'll spit it out fast. Where's my equipment? My bag. I need my bag for my jig heads. There we are. Got to get one of these rods back out. Got to get, yeah, one of these guys back out. That's a good one. Now that one's been used. Might have bent that one out at one time or another. Got mono on it. Little stinkers, let go. This is what birds up your live feed. Doesn't bite. Come on. Got him, folks. That one playing with that one. One playing with that guy. That's our third freshwater drum. So 3 freshwater drum and a buffalo so far. It still counts, that little stinker. I got him up to the bank and I showed you guys. Yeah, 3 freshwater drum and a buffalo so far. Now these guys are active today, folks. Beautiful guy, my friends. Yeah, we're off angle, aren't we, for some reason? Yeah, we're just a little off angle. Come on. We'll turn. That's about right. That bridge is about even. Let's get one more look for you guys before we let her go. Beautiful fish, my friends. This is trickier than you think, folks, because my bank's collapsing in around me. All right, see you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. Okay, which rod? I want to get one of our rods back out, so I'm going to go for the jig head crawler and retie that. I've got the jig head out. It stopped raining, but man, is it humid. Jeez, it feels like 100% humidity out here right now. Whew! Sweating my butt off. Now the wind's blowing up there. It's not blowing down here. Okay, so that might have been the reason why we lost that fish out there deeper. Because those buffalo, they can be tough to keep on. That's not my best tie per se, but that'll work. I mean, it's tie grade. It's just got a big tag end on it. It'll do. I'm trying to get back into chat, folks, if they'll let me. If they give me one plug minute to get the baits on. Now, where am I going to cast that I don't get snagged? Because that snag is right in front of me, and the current is pulling me right to that location, no matter which direction I cast. I could cast further down to the left, but I don't know if there's anything down there. That's better than doing that right now and get the rods back out. I got to put a couple little red worms on here. We're just stringing those on like a jig head night crawler technique. Put 3 or 4 of those on the hook. Very small guys. They don't amount to much unless you put like 4 or 5 of them on there. Then you got a nice big old gob of wiggling and woggling bait out there. We're getting snagged over here to about the middle spot. So let's cast her like a little bit down current. That way she'll hold that direction and keep away from that stupid snag. And let's get this one back out. Yep, hope you guys are enjoying the show, my friends, and hope you're having an awesome, awesome day. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Double tap that screen for me. It only takes a second. And tap it a 3rd time where it says subscribe. And pretty good cast. Yeah, they've been in pretty close, so we're not even going to try to push her out. Let's see, we've off our live feed. Here we go, folks. Yeah, I got my glasses off, of course. I was cleaning them. Sand everywhere. Yeah, that buffalo really friggin' wetted me down. It's getting a little warm, folks. I might have to shed my sweatshirt right now because I'm getting this humidity is she's high out here right now. That's the Bambi says cat. That's Fat Cat. What's going on? How you doing, Fat Cat? Let's see. Fat Cat says MBP. How you doing today, my friend? Let's see. Chris says Fat Cat. Let's see. Bambi's laughing her butt off. Let's see. Bambi says Fat Cat. Chris says it's okay, Bambi. Some people call me Christy. Bite. Come on. Oh, you little stinker. Look at that. I just dropped my all the way down there. I just put it to the side. Oh boy. Let's see, Miss Giggy, what's going on? How you doing, Miss Giggy? Oh, there goes my umbrella trying to blow away. All of a sudden, we're getting wind down here now. I put my umbrella out here to try to keep my stuff from getting wet. And now we're going to get wind right behind the storms that we just can't go through. Got that off. Just clean that almost, just about, folks. Just about clean that worm off. All right, another night crawler here. Come on, big grass carp. Come on, big common carp. Come on, big blues. Come on, big flatties. Any monster, river monster will do. Yeah, that buffalo wasn't a river brute or a river monster, but he was on his way. In a couple of years, that fish will be pretty big. All right, that's back. Let's see. Chris says, let's see. Bambi, Miss Giggy says, Fat Cat. Fat Cat says, Danny. Chris says, Mr. President. Let's see. Fat Cat says, Miss Giggy. Let's see. Danny says, Chris, I thought only it was in the weekends. Let's see. Danny says, Miss Giggy. Let's see. Bambi says, okay, Christy. Another bite on there. Let's see. And California, what's going on? How you doing, California? California says, get him in the lip. And we've caught 3 freshwater drum and a buffalo so far. Let's see. Danny's laughing his butt off. California says hi. Miss Gigi's laughing her butt off. Let's see. Danny's with the emojis. Let's see. Bambi says, Gary, I'm sure you think I'm really weird. Weird is weird does. I think we're all a little. Let's see. Danny's laughing his butt off. Miss Gigi says, even better, Chris. Let's see. John C. What's going on? How you doing, John C? John C. says hi, Mike. See, Fat Cat says, I will still be a fat cat this weekend. Okie dokie. Let's see. Miss Gigi says, Gary. Danny says, hi, John C. Fat Cat says, maybe drunk cat. Yeah, that's something I haven't seen is a drunk cat. That's a new one. I don't think I've actually seen that. See what happens when I cast her further down to the left? I don't get any snags, but I don't get any freaking bites. That's weird. If I cast it out in the middle, I get bites. It's just I'm getting snagged. There's too much gobs of line that people have been casting out in front of us. Kind of want to get my other rod rigged up, but I don't want to keep you guys in suspense and chat any longer. I didn't know I was going to make it out today, folks. I was still at the pharmacy at about 11 o'clock, so I had no idea if I was going to make it out. Tell you what, I could try to keep this away from that stuff. I could probably cast her just a, because that's right there, right, folks? So I can just, whether to cast her a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left. Either way, I'm going to have to kind of watch her. It's going to take me a plug minute to get this other rod rigged back up. Assuming I can find another good hook for her. Just drifting just the slightest bit right now. Yep, she's trying to drift back current to the left again. Why are you trying to do that? Trying to see if I got any actual leaders made up, or I'm gonna have to make another one. Doesn't look like I have any leaders made up, so I'm gonna have to freaking make one. All right, that should be fine for a hook. Wait. You guys are enjoying the show today. I got a hook in my mouth, folks. And I need a clip. Not that, not that. That. That is what I needed. That's the gear for that other rod. See if I can get her rigged up without these guys trying to pull my rods in again. Pop, pop, pop. Come on. I saw you. He was bouncing it there, folks. Let's kind of refresh that for a second, see if I can get him to hit. Hope that was a pop on this one. This water's kind of staying clear right now, folks, because the rain we're getting is it's pretty much here, so it's running through the sand and the rocks. It's not really getting mucky. Like it's gonna scare the heck out of me all day. That's gonna keep me on my toes. Cause many a time I've been down here and I've just been fishing, and all of a sudden, yeah, my butt's in the water. Like what? What? Yeah, the bank collapsed underneath me. It happens down here, folks. It really does. There's another chunk over there to the left. Especially when you're walking on this stuff, you can cause it to collapse a little bit faster. I don't need much of a leader on this one, so we're just gonna tie our clip on like so. One good thing about using this clip is that I've got leaders made in there, except they need to have a clip tied on, so that they need a. I just unhook that clip and put a new leader on. That's part of her. Now I just need to. Oh, where to go? There it is. There's that little piece of monofilament. Can be tricky to someone that's blind in one eye. You got to keep an eye on all this stuff. There's our hosen. And you moved to Switzerland, so I can say lederhosen on live feed, Danny. All right, that's. Come on, you little stinker. That's that part tied on. I think we drifted in a little bit too shallow on that one. I'll refresh that rod here in just a moment. I'm working on it here, folks. Trying to get these rods re-rigged back up properly is not as easy as you think. It's easy enough to do it when you're at home or right before you start the feed, but keeping an eye on your rods while you're trying to tie a hook on, trickier than you think. All right, that's back. I got a smaller weight on this one. These guys seem to be in pretty shallow. Another train, folks. Another train. Yeah, that's been just torn to pieces again. The trains, folks, the trains. Why is the train? Why are they here? The trains. That still should miss that snag. And what the heck? You know what? I'm going to have this one in the middle. Let me cast this one down to the left. That's got some crap on it. Look at that. That might be the reason why it's not getting a bite. Just that little piece of yuck on there. All it takes. All right, where did I put my third stick? I had a third stick here. Yes, there it is. This one's going to go like right. They don't have any room over there to the left, so yeah, that's going to collapse this whole bank. Yeah, that one's going to go right there. Hopefully you guys will still be able to see that one. That's just a little jighead crawler down there. I don't expect to get much on. I've been casting down there to the left, and I haven't been getting any bites. as of recently. Don't ask me why. We're finally getting our mid-range rod rigged back up after that stupid snag got us. All right, finally back together. Look at that yucky stuff on there. Wasn't a very good cast, Michael. You want her right where that current and back current starts, like right there. That should stabilize straight out. I know I'm right over the top of that tree, but that's where they've been holding. All right, folks. I want to refresh this one rod, and I'll get back to that chat. I know I've been neglecting you guys. I apologize. They just haven't been hitting these worms that I've been putting them in straight. Like I have to tear them into pieces and put them back on the hook. Now the little gobs of red worms, they seem to hit better than the straight up night crawlers out there without pop. Come on, yep, straight out. As soon as that sucker hit the bottom, she's starting to get a bite out there again. Yeah, she's starting to sprinkle again. Yeah, she's starting to sprinkle again, folks. That's a big one just hit the surface down there. All right, that's holding okay. I think we're okay for now, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today, and I apologize for all that time in between chat. Let's see, 19 people in it, seeing 59 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys enjoy the show today. I gotta find my spot in chat because she refreshed on me. Let's see, California says hi. Let's see, Miss Giggy says even better, Chris. How you doing, Gary? Miss Giggy says Gary. See, John C. Let's see, John C says, hey, Fat Cat. Fat Cat says, hey, John C. Let's see, Ivan, what's going on? How you doing today, Ivan? Ivan says, any luck today? Yeah, we've caught 3 freshwater drum and a buffalo so far. Freshwater drum have been between about a ½ pound and 2 pounds. And that buffalo was about 2 pounds. Yep, yep, Danny says MVP's caught a few already. Yeah, it's just beginning in the live feed, so we're gonna get some more. Let's see, Tink, what's going on? Tink says John C. Tink says Fat Cat, hello. Let's see, Indiana, what's going on? How you doing, Indiana, Chris? Yeah, it is a pretty good spot, Indiana. Oh, pop. Come on. Got him. Got him, folks. What do we got? Man, these drum are active today. They're coming right up to the surface. Yeah, that's our 4th of today. On our big cat rod. Oh, there's a bite on that one. Ah, crap. I don't want to leave this one there because he's going to get me snagged. So I'm going to have to reel her in real quick. Wrapped around the rod tip and everything. Sit there, fishy, for a minute. Sit there for a minute. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated from having to go to the pharmacy and everything, but yeah, I'm okay, folks. It's like when this happens, I set the hook and the line goes 9 times around the rod tip. It's a little, it's still around the rod tip. And yep, almost got that snag. No matter how hard I tried, she almost got it. I felt it bounce it. Dang it. All right, let's get back to the fishy. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, it's 4 freshwater drum and a buffalo so far. Yeah, it's about a pound. Not a bad fish. Oh, another big one. Man, that's a big one. That's in shallow, folks. These guys are in pretty close. That's our 4th of the day. So that's our fifth fish, folks. So 4 fish, water drum, and a buffalo so far. No monsters yet, but the day's still young. Beautiful guy, my friends. Gotta love it. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hi, buddy. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Man, these guys can wear you out, especially in these humid temps. Let's see, Mahad, what's going on? How you doing, Mahad? Mahad says hi. Mahad with the fishy emojis. Mahad says, I don't want to look emojis. Mahad says, hi, my friend. How are you? Doing okay, my friend. Drizzle and rain. We're out here fishing on night on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River. Went by the pharmacy today. You know, I had to go by the pharmacy, you know, prescriptions and everything. Got those filled and grabbed some bait as quickly as I could and came out fishing. Let's see, Reaper says, got him nice. And Zyro, what's going on? How you doing, Zyro? Zyro says, let's go. Miss Kiki says, nice. Let's see, Sammy, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Yep, Sammy says they're so pretty. Yeah, they are. Anyone who complains about a freshwater drum, yeah. That's one of the few fish down here on the Mississippi that hit all year long. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Sammy. Let's see, Zyro says, Danny. String up a Carolina rig on it. I'm good, thanks. Yeah, that's what we're using right now is a Carolina rig. That's on all. We've got a jig head crawler on the far rod, but these two rods are pretty much just that Carolina rig. This has got an ounce of weight on her because we're holding out there in a little heavier current, and the smaller rod just got an 1/8 ounce bullet weight. That's being cast in some pretty gnarly snags in front of us. So I kind of minimize the equipment on that one. That way, if you do get snagged, you're not going to lose a lot of money. Because that is what really can hurt a YouTube channel, is using way too much money to replace gear lost. Oh, that kind of reminds me, folks. There is a way to donate if you wish to donate and help out the channel, support us. You know, PayPal and Cash App is linked on the description on my main channel. You can donate that. That's totally confidential. I will shout you out on the live feed, but I'll shout you out with your tag, and I will never chat. That's completely confidential. All those donations go to help the channel, help get us bait, you know, line, fishing gear, cups of coffee, you know, you name it. Yeah, pretty much all of our gear we're using has been either help donated or sent. Yeah, that big old green rod that was sent from Dirty. And the Fluger reel on this smaller one, this one over to the left, was donated by Chris, Tommy, that's Ice Cold Fishing, and Tommy Stamina. Also, Malik, he helped donate in that Fluger because that was a $50 reel. That's a $50 reel, so that helped out a lot. And Dougie Doug, he sent me these weights and hooks. I remember everyone that's helped to support my channel, my friends. Our channel. I forgot. Yeah, this is our channel, folks. This isn't just my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be out here. Well, I would be out here. I just wouldn't be filming. Because I spent the majority of my life down here on this river just fishing, hanging out, enjoying the outdoors, getting away from the kind of crazy city down here. It can be kind of hectic down here in St. Louis at times. I'll just leave it at that. I won't go into a lot of detail about that stuff. Now, majority of the time, it's peaceful, it's friendly, but every once in a while, things get a little hectic. All right, let's get back to the chat. Yeah, oh, there's a pop, pop, pop. Come on. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Pop. Oh, you little stinker. I even pulled it back on him to try and get him to hit that bait completely. He still he was holding on to the end of the worm and did not want to do with anything about pulling that rod. I'm not sure if you guys can see those bites over there. Probably not. They're, well, that buffalo pulled it. I mean, yeah, that one was surprising. He doubled that rod over pretty good. But these guys are just really lightly pecking on the tip of that rod. I think I'm using just a bit too much weight, but at the same time, this is 20-pound test on my big rod. I got some heavier line on her just because of the force behind this big rod. You can't put anything under 12-pound test or it'll snap the line just setting the hook. Seriously, no joke, folks. This rod's got some force behind her. You guys have seen me recently battling some big old grass carp down here. You know, 15, 20, 25 pounds. Pretty easy. Got him, folks. Uh-oh. Got him. Oh, buddy. Whoa. What do we got? Man, that fish is running. That's on our lighter stuff. And we've got nope, another nice drum. So that's our 5th drum of the day. That's like a yellowish one. Thought I had a channel cat. That's a nice 2-pounder. A 1 3/4 pounds. There's another bite on that one. Got him, folks. Oh, popped off. No, I got him. Doubles. Another nice freshwater drum. That's 5 and 6. Come here, big guy. That's 1 off. And that's 2 off. Yeah, we got doubles, folks. 5 and 6. Yeah, both about 1 3/4 pounds. The one on the right seems to be about 2 pounds. This one's just a little bit smaller. So the darker one's just a little bit smaller. Gorgeous fish, folks. Talk about a thumbnail there. I love it, my friends. Doubles, folks. We're going to get a look on each one of these guys. Yeah, see that one's got darker colors to her. And this one's probably a male, so he's got his tuxedo on. They're probably nesting in here. Watch my rods, so it'll get pulled in. All right, buddies. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. Yeah, we got it. Doubles on, folks. Tell you what, let's get back into the chat and see what's going on. We still got 1 rod out. It made me refresh, so I'm going to have to find where I was. Here we go. Let's see. Sammy says, I needed help. I've never done one, so I was happy to help. Things I've never done, only for about 18 years. Let's see. Reaper says, Carolina rig. I know. It's Ewas. What's going on? How you doing, Ewas? Ewas says, hey, MVP, how many today? 6 freshwater drum and a nice buffalo. It's Ewas says, hey, Danny. Ewas says, awesome. Thanks, Reaper. Let's see. Adrian asks, what fish you caught, please? Let's see. We've caught 6 freshwater drum, or white perch as they're commonly known, and a nice big mouth buffalo. Let's see. Reaper says, no problem, 3502. That's what we're here for. Let's see. Denny says, you're right, Reaper. Let's see, Denny with the what emoji? Trophy emojis. Let's see. Sammy says, great job. Reaper says, another nice drum. Let's see. Sammy says, do you keep any? At times I'll keep them when I need to eat them. But I found they're relatively easy to catch for the most part. So with my lighter gear, I can pretty much ensure that I can at least get something to eat at any time of the year. So I'd rather keep them fresh. Like, oh, I don't have any money for any food or anything. So let's go down and catch a drum. That way I don't waste any fish. Let's see, Reaper says awesome. Let's see, Edwin, what's going on? How you doing, Edwin? Edwin says nice. Let's see, Dennis, what's going on? How you doing, Dennis? Dennis with the drink emoji. Let's see, Denny says hi, Edwin. Let's see, Outdoors with Den. How you doing, Den? Den says hello, Mike. Let's see, Denny says hi, Den. Let's see, Denny says hi, Den again. Let's see, Den says hi, Denny. Let's see, Edwin says hello, Mike. How are you? Doing okay, my friend. We were, oh, there's a bite on the big crawler. Yeah, we had to go to the pharmacy today, so we didn't get out here till about 1 o'clock. Been drizzle and rain off and on the entire time we're here. Let's see, Ed asks, what you got so far? Let's see, we've got 6 freshwater drum and a buffalo so far. We're wearing our mic feet, so I know you guys can hear me okay. You don't have that loud old train in the background. That's one benefit of having her on. I don't have to worry about that audio with them getting like setting on those tracks and not being able to hear me. Let's get these rods back out and catch some more. Yeah, we had a ton of rain the last couple of days, so this bank, it's eroded the bank down here. You can see her collapsing underneath me. And these fish are coming in right by the bank, picking up insects and stuff. So I'm just casting this right out just a few feet from the bank. I didn't even have time to get a can of corn today, folks. So this is all just, these fish are actively feeding right now. Little drizzle rain helps too. He's like, every time I get down there by that bank, it gets popped. Get some more worms on these guys. And I can't stand having these rods out. I was only able to get about 50 worms. I didn't have a lot of time, so we're gonna fish until we run out of bait. If I'd have dug our usual 100 worms, it wouldn't have been until about 2 o'clock before I got out here. So I figured skip a few worms so I can get out here earlier and do some fishing. I know I was late on the feed. I apologize. I didn't have a choice. I had to get my prescription filled. Yeah, I have schizophrenia, so I have to keep taking that. Was a bite. Come on. Oh, you little stinker. Man, they're even hitting the little red worms out there. They are. That's surprising. On that big rod, they usually don't hit those smaller worms. Come on, guys. Give me a break. Just long enough to get these worms on. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Mother Nature permitting, we're going to be starting streams again. We're going to be bulking up these streams, doing you know, our one 3-4 hour live feed a day. Mother Nature permitting. I mean, I can't come out in like a driving thunderstorm. Not without at least someone to drive me back and forth underneath like the protected zones when I get, because I don't like lightning, folks. I've been hit by lightning once. That's not fun. And I don't want to do it again. I'm not sure if I'll make it through another bolt. Come on, wormies. Get on there. Those squirmy wormies. Yeah, we're going to need one more on this one. That hook is just a little bit too exposed. I grabbed all of them I could find today. I was not really too picky about the size. I usually pick through them and pick out the smaller ones and the larger ones. Get the biggest ones I can get. And there's another one right there. Man, these guys are everywhere right now. Yeah, that bank collapsing in, that's perfect for them. Pop, 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 pop. Come on, come on. I mean, that snag again. I got that stupid snag again. Pop, pop. Come on. Yeah, they're hitting us every cast, folks. Now, hooking them is another matter, but I'm going to get them. That's why they hit down here. They know that like half the time I'm just going to feed them. I could put a smaller hook on this one and probably hook them, but the problem is that I could get a big old grass carp or something, I'll bend that hook out. So I need just a tiny bit bigger of a weight. Not a whole lot. I mean, this isn't that massive of a hook. This is big enough. All right, that one's back. I'm just putting like 3 of those little worms on there. 3 of those little itty red wigglers. Casting that out there about mid-range. We're in pretty shallow, actually, as far as our depth is concerned over here. All right, let me get back to the chat here, folks. Let's see, Sammy says, gotcha. Let's see, Edwin says, wow, nice. See, Edwin says, keep up the good work. God bless and stay safe out there. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it, my friend. Let's see, 28 people and 72 thumbs up. Reaper says, your camera clarity is perfect. I kind of work on that pretty hard. Thank you, Reaper. Yeah, I might have something out here. I'm not sure what she is. Let's see, what says, it says, I hope not, Mike. What's the temperature there at the moment, Mike? It's about 75 to 80 degrees. Yeah, she's humid as heck out here right now, so. Misting range, it's yeah, the humidity's got to be about 95, 100% out here because I'm sweating pretty good. Tell you what, that's way too far out, Michael. What the heck? Now, it's backed off on that drag just a little bit too much. I'm going to put on one worm instead of kind of cut down the number on those worms, see if they're still going to hit. That'll give me a chance to get my other rod back out. Yeah, that was me hitting it that time. No worries. All right, we're back. You never know what's down here, folks. I mean, you never know. And that's too far over to the left. Now I'm watching you guys. That bank is collapsing to the left of you. That's pretty good. Make sure that's stabilized. Another nice one just hit the surface right in front of me. They are not falling for the little bit of worm, folks. They want that whole hook covered. You don't think these guys are smart. They know that was a big one. Man, that fish's back of that tail was like that big. Come on, big guy. Come in here and hit on my rod. See, Denny says, double tap that screen. Miss Giggy says, I would vote meow meow time. Let's see, Denny's slapping his butt off. Let's see, Donnie, what's going on? How you doing, Donnie? Donnie says hi. Denny says hi, Donnie. And NJ Guard, what's going on? How you doing, NJ? NJ says, afternoon, Mike. So let's see if I can't get to 100 likes today. Pop, pop. Come on. Right when I wasn't looking. He knew it. See, Miss Giggy says hi, NJ. NJ says, hey, Miss Giggy. See, Reaper says, come on, everybody. Almost every day and fishes, and I know you're enjoy watching it. So come on, let's double tap this thumbs up. Yep, just double tap that screen for me. Let's see. Don says, hey, brother, how's the fishing today up there? Had flood stage down here on the Pascalon. It's finally getting back to normal. Gonna fish tomorrow is the plan. Awesome, my friend. I hope you catch some. Let's see, we've caught 6 freshwater drums so far. That's a pop pop. Come on. Oh, you. I just put that rod down and they're popping both of them as fast as I can get them out. I'm not sure how long these worms are going to last today. 50 don't last very long down here. I'm trying to compensate by cutting the amount down, but I don't know. They do not seem to falling for it. Little stingy little suckers down here today. They want the bait, but they don't want to be shown off on YouTube. All right, that's a good cast. And this one had a pretty good couple pretty good pops on her too. So let me see what happened to her. Bot cleaned it off. They are good at doing that, folks. They are good. That line is slack. I should probably just be holding this rod. They're hitting so quick. Pop, pop. I see him already. Pop, pop. I'm trying to see if they'll hit. See him pop. I can feel him. Got him. Got him, folks. All right, number 5, 6, 7. Yep, number 8 now. This is our 8th of the day, folks. So 8 freshwater drum and a nice buffalo so far. Yeah. See how the reason why I'm missing these guys. A lot of these guys are a little smaller than what we usually be getting. That's about 3/4 of a pound. Yeah, buddy, you guys are like mean little suckers. Interesting having to climb around this sand. I love it, my friends. Dude, seriously. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, we're up to 8 now, 8 freshwater drum and a nice buffalo. Let's see, 23 people still in and seeing 75 thumbs up. Hey, 25 more, we can break 100, folks. Let's see, Big Boy Rails, what's going on? How you doing, Big Boy? Big Boy says, nice train next to you, MVP brother. Yeah, that's well, you missed the engine. That was one of the most important interesting parts. Let's see, Miss Giggy says, nice comment. Let's see, Danny's laughing his butt off. Let's see, Reaper says 25 more. Let's go. Let's see, AJ, what's going on? How you doing, AJ? AJ says, hey, Mike. Let's see, John Stage says, nice. Let's see, Don says, good job. Appreciate that, my friends. Let's see, Danny says, hi, AJ. All right, let's get back to some fishing, folks. Yeah, I didn't even bother. I put like one little itty bitty worm on there that time. Yeah, just enough rain to be irritated. I'll tell you what, at least it's not pouring down rain yet. This is manageable. I'm not even worried about putting my raincoat on yet. Because the majority of this stuff just evaporates when it hits your skin. Kind of cold when it slaps against your daggone ears, though. You guys know what I'm talking about when you're outdoors and it rain drips on the side of your ears. Ooh, that stuff is cold. All right, that's stabilized for now. Let's see what's going on with this one because she keeps going slack on me. It feels like she got almost all that bait off. Yep. Cleaned it, folks. All that's left on there is a leaf. Look at that. Gone. Get off the tip. Once, twice. And once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. That quickly. I need to get my big rod back out, so we're going to focus on it. Should have a couple of night crawlers left in here, I thought. Can't believe I went through them that quick. Pretty sure I dug a dozen of them. I'm stuck with this heavy weighted soil, folks. It's tricky to pick through. All right, one worm. Let's see, on there. 2. Yeah, I know my other rod's not out. I'm trying to get this one back out here. 3. And that should be fine. But the way that worms are hooked on there, that should be fine. All right, back out. Get our other rod back out here. We need 1 or 2 more on this one. Just want to cover that hook as much as you can while leaving the very end of that worm dangling. All right, that's back. Yeah, she's starting to come down a little harder right now, folks. Wind's blowing her around. Let's see, Spawn, what's going on? How you doing, Spawn? Spawn says, hi, good grip, hi. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Varga. Let's see, Big Boy says, I saw the engine. I saw the Norfolk Southern 60 number 1000. I got you, my friend. Let's see, Spawn says Danny. Reaper says got him. Let's see, Big Boy says nice. Let's see, Reaper says been there, done that. If I know exactly what you mean, Mike. Let's see, 33 people in it. See, it's 78 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Said I hope you guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. All right, we're looking good. We're just gonna set that down. Boy, these lines go slack so quickly. They want more worm. It's just I don't want to use up all my worms so quickly. And that's drifting to the right again. Ooh, don't get in the snag, Michael. Watch it. That already had something hit it. Look at that. Most of that worm's already gone. And these guys, if I get this in the right place, I've been getting bites almost as soon as it hits the bottom. Feels like that worm's gone again. I didn't even see a bite. Man. You guys see that rod move? I didn't see him move. I did not even see that rod freaking move. Every few seconds, you see a big one hitting the surface right around me. Pop, pop. Got him. Got him, folks. I moved it and he come back and grabbed it. Oh, buddy. Whoa, what was that? Man, that fish. Yeah, these guys are hyper right now. All of a sudden, like, you'll get one just pull super hard for some reason. Come here, buddy. Ah. So that's number 8, number 9. I think that's number 10. I think that's 9 actually. So yeah, number 9. The last one was 8, 9. I'm freaking hell. Number. I'll go with 9. That'll. So we broke into the double digits, folks. 9 freshwater drum and a nice buffalo. Beautiful fish, my friends. Oh, yep. Man, he didn't like that, did he? Beautiful guy. Gotta love it, my friends. Gotta love it. Yep, down a step, up a step, down a step, up a step. Beautiful fish, guys. I am a drum. I know you are. I always wonder what's in the mind of these guys when I'm doing this. He's like, I don't know. Let me go. All right, see you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, our bank is collapsing around us as we speak. I love coming down here with this kind of stuff. Everything's changing around me. Yeah, I'm not sure how many worms we got left. I'm picking through them right now, trying to get the best of the best. We don't have a lot to work with today. I only had about 20 minutes to dig them because it was already starting to rain, and I did not want to travel too much in the rain to get down here because that would already made me wet. I don't mind going home in the rain because once I'm at home, who cares? I'm wet. I'm done. Go put some dry clothing on. get underneath the covers and watch some YouTube. That's another thing, folks. You guys don't realize this, but I really, really go into my live feeds. I mean, I really, really do. I focus in on things that I need to make better. If I don't like what I'm seeing, chances are you guys don't either. I hate it when I'm off the side of the camera. It drives me nuts, especially when I think I'm perfectly centered there. What also drives me nuts is when I'll have pixelated issues and low quality signals. That's why it's so important to have that backup cell phone right on hand, because this tablet has unlimited data on it. It only costs me an extra $10 a month, so I can text and data on that unlimited. That way I can check you guys' chat all the time and make sure that signal's coming in perfectly. All right, one more on here, and I think we're good to go on this one. Yeah, that one's just, what happened is this one's getting peck bites, but these little stinkers they're picking that bait up, and I can't even see that rod tip move. Oh, dadgummit. Seriously? How the heck did that happen? Once, twice, and we're good. I threw off most of the friggin' worm, of course. Well, I still think that's enough bait on there. Yeah, these guys are not being picky. Pop, pop. I can't get them suckers. Not on this weight. By the time I set the hook, they're already letting go. But this one, I seem to be getting them. Like I cast it over there, the same spot, the lighter weight, the lighter rod tip, and I can see those bites as soon as they start to hit it. Just like that. Hit it that quickly, folks. He was still hitting it too. Go the minimum amount of worm I can get on this hook. These guys do not seem to be picky right now. Anything that comes near them, they're grabbing. So let's go to a single friggin' worm. Let's try it. I haven't done this in a while. I usually gob them on there. Let's go to one single worm. That's a little bit too far to the left, but we'll try her. Hopefully she drifts down a little bit. That jig-head crawler is just not getting any bites over there. A pop, yep. Even the single worm out there. Pop. He couldn't have got that single worm off that quickly, could he? Felt him. He might be swimming up current with it. No. Oh, it's a big grass carp. Man, that was big, right in front of me. Eight, 10 pounds right in front of me. Look what he did. That's amazing. Just this couple of pecks got almost all that worm off. I wish I just didn't have enough time to go get some corn and anything today, folks. I had no time. I had just enough time to dig as many little worms as I could, which wasn't a whole lot, to be honest. I usually dig 100 of these guys. I'm lucky if I got 50 today. Probably got a few smaller ones left in there from the previous trip, but. And again with that thing right around the, oh boy. One of those days, folks, where every little thing's got a, like how the heck does that do that? I grabbed on that line the moment I pulled her in, so there's no way it could have been the line. It has to be, it wrapped around that line right here and then wrapped around there 3 or 4 more times. Weird. That grass carp was right there. And there goes our whole spot. Okay. Push our stick back a little bit, I suppose. That part of the shoreline just disappeared in front of us. Pop. Oh. He popped it. Got him, folks. Got him. Got him. What do we got? We've got, what is that? That's a nice buffalo. Well, that's a nice one on our light gear. You know what? I have a neighbor of mine that would love one of these guys. That smaller one was a little small, but this one's 7 or 8 pounds. Yeah, buffalo are extremely expensive in the city, and he asked me on the way out if I got a couple pound one, if I could bring it home to him. All right, buddy. Right over my other line. Get away from that other rod. That's 7 or 8 pounds. I just don't know how I'm going to get him home. One of those times I wish a friend was around. I could have him bring it down. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get this fish home for him. It's not going to fit in my bag. I hope you guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Double tap that screen for me where the where that little white button that says subscribe. Just tap that for me. That's a 7 or 8 pound buffalo. That's a nice one. Solid, beautiful fish. And there goes our spot where we just put the stick in. Sheesh. Yeah, I won't have any bank here in a minute. I can't do much with this. This is a light line, folks. They got tiny, tiny mouths. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah, 7 or 8 pounds, easy. He's not happy. Not happy. Come here, big guy. Well, every time I try to lift him out of the water, he goes ballistic. Sam, it is every time. Come on, buddy. Quit with that back tail, man. Sheesh. Gotcha. I got him in a bear hold. Yep, I actually had it pretty good, didn't I? Surprising. They got tiny little mouths. I can't get my finger in this fish's mouth. His mouth's so small. All right, folks. Come on, big guy. Yep. There we go. That's 7 or 8. Nice buffalo. Beautiful fish, my friends. Well, how could I bring this home for him? I do not know. It's one of those things where I can't really bring him home for him. If I had a buddy of mine down here, I'd bring it home for him, but I do not know how I can do that. See them when they get to moving them for the cords of camera, they just do not want to do it. Beautiful fish, folks. Gotta love it. That's 7 or 8. A beautiful buffalo. Yeah, we're gonna let her go because I don't think there's any way for me to get him home. Yeah. All right, buddy. Had your time on you. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I thought about bringing that home, folks, but I don't have any way of carrying fish. I mean, I'm carrying the max amount of equipment I can carry with me. Let's see. Reaper says, I have a big feeling Mike will get a catfish today, and a good one. It's still early. Let's see. Denny says, let's go, Reaper. Denny says, awesome, awesome support, Reaper. Let's see. Reaper says, yes, definitely, Denny. Gator says, nice little Gasper go. Gator says, Denny. Let's see. Gator says, Reaper. How you doing, Gator? Let's see. Denny says, Colt, brother. Let's see. Reaper says, what's up, Gator? And Junior, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Junior says, beat robes. Let's see. Tapan, what's going on? How you doing, Tapan? Seppi. The fish is sitting outside, dancing behind me, the remote control. Junior says, oh, they got for steel for your bait. Could be a big bait on. Let's see, Randall, what's going on? How you doing, Randy? Randy says, Mike, brother. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Tappin. English, please. It's been very, very enjoyable chatting with you guys. All you lovely today. Back to see you if Mike's still fishing. All right, Reaper, have a great day, my friend, and thank you for dropping by. Let's see, Randy says, Danny, friend. Let's see, Reaper says, bye, bye, Danny. Let's see, Randy says, thank you. And he says, you with the club, Randy. Yep. You're in the friend club, my friend. Let's see, John says, nice size on the heavy cat rod. Let's see, Danny says, 13 more likes to hit 100, Mike. Hey, we're getting there. Let's see, 28 people in and 87 thumbs up. It's just incredible, my friends. Let's see, John C says, hey, Danny. Let's see, Danny says, bye, Reaper. All right, folks, let's get these rods back out. Yeah, I was going to keep that one for a friend of mine. He asked nicely for a fish, but it's just getting her home, folks. I have no real way to transport fish for people. I actually have people that ask me for fish. It's just like, I can't get them around. How do I carry an 8 or 10 pound buffalo carp on a scooter when there isn't an inch of room in any of my gear for anything else? I literally had to get another pack just to be able to put the mic feed and everything in it because I was out of room. Yeah, that explains now why, folks, I'm missing a lot of these bites because those buffalo can be tough to hook. Especially when they're very lightly pecking on those rods, you can almost not hook them. And let me see how I am on the feed here. Yeah, we're still okay. I can move back just a little bit before I have to worry about that camera again. Yeah, our bank's collapsing around us, folks. Let me get this back out here. They're hitting like right in front of me too. I mean, like within a few feet of the shoreline. So I'm gonna throw it right there while I get these other rod back out. And we definitely broken into the double digits in that train, folks. Yeah, there's another train coming, big boy. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Double tap that screen. Double tap. Double tap. I haven't got this worm on all the way yet. Now with these guys, I did not grab the biggest worm. I just grabbed what I could get. So I've got to be very careful with the way I hook them on. They got to be hooked right in the head perfectly. A little muck on my glasses, huh? Ah. Sand right in the dang lens. That looks better. And on that one too. Yeah, those buffalo are really messing up my lenses today. I mean, super messing them up. Every time I get one, they splash me dozen friggin' times. And they mean today. I don't know what they're. As a pop. Come on, I see him popping on it. Oh, heck, can I miss that fish? I can feel him pecking on it. I can't use a smaller hook on this big rod because if I do, I'm going to bend it out. Pop on that one. That's really close to the bank. So you got a lot of that worm off too. Well, stinker, man, that just knocked. Look at that, knocked part of that worm up the hook. You ever get a bite so hard that the worm it actually knocks the worm up off the hook and onto the line? There's some massive fish like hitting right in front of me, folks. I really should be getting this other rod over here too. Get it? That's been sitting out there long enough over there to the right, not getting anything. Tons of crap on it. It's been sitting over there for so long. Cast that in really close to the bank. You know, we got one more rod to get back out. I'm gonna cut this worm numbers down again because they're eating me out of house and home. I'm trying to conserve our last worms here. They're hitting them no matter what I do. Hey Dave, what's going on? You just missed it. I had a like 7 or 8 pound buffalo. I was like, yeah, I know a buddy of mine that would love to have this, but I don't have any way to keep them. Let's see, 9. Man, really? I know. That is freaking loud. Okay. 9 freshwater drumming and 2 buffalo so far. Yeah, we've caught 2 buffalo carp, folks. I forgot. Yeah, that first one I got right here before he flipped out of my hand. So I got him up and I didn't show him off quite as good. Let's see, 28 people in, 87 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you. Tell you what, I need to get our battery extender in. I totally forgot about this. Those fish have been on me so much. I haven't got any of our stuff. And I didn't want to do it in the rain to begin with, so I kind of neglected it for a few minutes. Let me get this on here. Just take me a second. Hopefully nothing pulls the rods in while I'm doing this. Put that in. Let's see where I'll put this. Oh, right there. That's not charging at all, is it? Must have the wrong battery. There we go. Yeah, we're in turbocharge now. All righty. How's a pop? Come on. That's still fine. No, I like that. Yeah, they're hitting every few seconds out here now. I don't know what they are. It's like a mix of buffalo, drum, grass carp. They're everywhere out here right now. That little misty rain and humidity is bringing them in. Let's see, second last comment. Let's see, Edwin, what's going on? Edwin says still here. Let's see, Dwayne, what's going on? Dwayne asked, catch anything? Yeah, we've caught 9 freshwater drums so far and uh, two buffalo. Buffalo are about 2 pounds and about 7 or 8. The drum have been between about a half pound and 2 pounds. Yeah, and we're off angle again. I see. I must have bumped it while I was over here. No worries. Won't take a second to reset that. Just move that over a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, our bank is collapsing around us, so we gotta kind of watch our step. And that stupid stick. Yeah, I loosened my drag on that one. I'm kind of, look at that. Just clean that worm off. Man. Yeah, they're just about hitting every cast, folks, when I get it in the right spot. That's a little to the left. I think it's okay. She's drizzling rain out here, folks. She's been raining off and on all day. It is bringing these fish in, though. Pop. I felt them. Yeah, these guys are in really shallow right now. Nothing on that cast. Just a single red worm. Yeah, this bank's collapsing around here. I'm sure there's some worms and stuff that are getting washed in, so can't be any more natural than that. He's in the process of still getting the electricity, fully fixed on that other place. And once he's got that, I'll move right up the street in that spot until he's done. Now, once he's done, he's gonna let me move back. He's gonna fix up the basement so I can stay down there. He's got a lot of plans. I'm just staying out of the way right now, trying not to be a nuisance. Yeah, they're working on it heavily. Yeah, we were talking about right now. I'm in the process of my landlord is rehabbing the home I'm living in, so I'm kind of in the way right now. He's going to move me up to a spot, a property he owns right up the street until he's done rehabbing this house, and then he's going to move me back. It's just a little hectic. I don't care. I mean, I have 3 cats though, so that's you guys know how cats are moving. I mean, they'll take almost anything besides moving. Oh, popping it. On, folks. Yep, got that one, folks. Another nice fighter. What do we got? All right, number 10. So 10 freshwater drum and 2 buffalo. Yeah, about average. I caught a couple bigger, about 2.5, 3 pounds, but this is about average. That's about a 3/4 of a pound. It's heck, if that was a crappie, man, you'd have every person down in the city down here, right? And they taste about the same. Beautiful fish, folks. Man, they are good at doing that. Oh, dang it. All right, folks. We're going to get this one back. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. He's not on there. Yeah, they're hitting it so fast right now. I can clean that worm off that quickly. Dang. Yeah, we're going to pick through this bucket and pick out every single one we've got. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today, my friends, and I hope you're having an awesome, awesome day. And please, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Just takes a second. I think it's, I believe I have 72% of my viewers are not subscribed. Isn't that crazy? I mean, 72% of the people that are actually coming in and viewing for a long time. I do know some of those people, YouTube will drop their, drop their subs. It happens. YouTube's a little wonky with that sub stuff. If you don't come in and view short feeds and comment on a long form video, something, I think 6 to 8 months, they'll drop you. I mean, Seth Johnson, I've had him I've had YouTube desub me like 7 times with Seth Johnson in the past 2 years. I mean, he makes content. He creates content. Now, it's his channel. He can do what he wants with it, you know? All right, folks, we're back. Come check that chat. Stop raining again. Let's see. Dwayne says, sound good. Where are you? We're down on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River, my friends. Yeah, we're just about a quarter of a mile upriver from the Arch in St. Louis. That was something hitting that one. Might still be hitting it. I got to tighten up that line. Let's see. Yep, the Mississippi River. You got it, Randy. Let's show you what's going on. How you doing, bud? Your videos are so happy. I appreciate it. I'm so glad you're enjoying, my friend. Let's see, Jason, what's going on? How you doing, Jason? Jason says hi. How you doing today, Jason? Let me make sure to get you a wrench there, Jason. Let's switch back to my other account right now. There we go. I don't know why I was on my other account. That was weird. That's freaking weird. Let's see. Yep, you're on the friends list, Jason. I think I might have done that incorrectly. Let me get back there and do that again. I'm not sure why that did that. There we go. All right. Let's see. 18 people in. Let's see. 93 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Just a few more till we make 100. Come on, hit it. Come on. He drifted way down again. Man. And that barge is still upriver, so I don't know why that current picked up there for a moment. No worries. This can be so much fun, folks, after kind of a stressful day, you know, dealing with the pharmacy. Yeah, I had a pharmacy. I had to go to the pharmacy today, so I didn't even get out of here till 1. And you know how messing with the pharmacist and all that other stuff, how stressful that is. No, I'm only over on Barnes. So I go all the way up to my doctor's, the pharmacy right across the street from Barnes. So that way, if they mess something up, I'm right across the street from my doctor's. Makes sense, right? Like if they screw up my prescription, I just walk over to my doctor and say, Doc, this is messed up. Can you fix it? About cleaned off again. Man, they are good at doing that, folks. Yeah, we're just gonna have to start dumping this out in bulk because we're down to our last few worms. What? No, in front of it, up on the top of that hill up there. I changed the location of the beds because I was getting like way too much crap in front behind my house. So I went across the street. So it took me a season to do it, but they're really starting to produce now. Pop, got him, folks. Ah, got that stupid line again. Yep, I got that line again. Ah, hopefully that'll get that off until then. Yeah, there's a tree out here with some line on it, so we're fishing right on top of it. But that's where the fish are, so that's where we're fishing. And I don't think that's going to come out, I'm afraid. Got to tighten that line up real quick. All right. Let's see if I can get this off. I don't think so. Huh? No, I'm on top of that tree over here. So we got our weight back at least, but we broke off the leader. Got him, folks. Uh-oh. Oh, stupid bail. Got him. That's on our big rod, folks. What do we got? Oh, 11th freshwater drum. That popped off. Dang it. That's what happened when the bail. It's the best I could do. It's one of the reasons why I haven't used this big rod. Is because the stupid thing has got, this is an old reel, right? It's bent. If I bend it anymore, it's gonna break. Right? So when you cast that out, you put that over there, the line doesn't always go where it's supposed to do. It's supposed to go there. And if it goes there, you set that hook and the bail clicks over. So every time, if I forget to check that rod and I get a bite and I set the hook, it's gonna do that, and I'm not gonna get the hook into the fish. Just like that one. That one didn't count, and I didn't get it to the bank, so we're still at 10. Oh well. So close. So close, my friends. Yeah, there's a tree right here with a whole bunch of monofilament. You know that tree was sticking out over here? I'm fishing right on top of it because that's where the fish are. I can't help it. I'd love to be fishing somewhere else, but that's where they want to fit. They want to hit, so that's where I got to fish. We're gonna have to retie this real quick. So this is a quick fix. I really didn't even need to do that. Need to tie another hook on. And we're just gonna create a new leader from our old stuff. And I just need a hook on here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Stick that through the hole. Stick that through the hole. Tighten and pull. Here we go. Now I just need a hook. I should have a lot of these smaller ones left. Yeah, that's a small one there. That's perfect. And she's bent already. Actually, it might be bent a little bit too much. So I off sank these circle hooks just the slightest bit. These bait hooks, and that way I could set the hook on them and I actually hook the fish. Without that, these circle hooks, the fish have to pull, and the majority of these fish you guys see they don't pull. They go peck 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 peck, and that's it. I have some bigger bait holder hooks, but that's for my big rod. Takes way too much bait to cover that hook of that thing. Feels like you got all the bait off again. No, nope. But she's trying. There goes a lone duck right down the river. A lone mallard just swimming down the river. You kind of wonder sometimes what's going on with that. Yeah, if he's looking for his mate or kind of lost or got a cold or something. He's sick and he's yeah, it's possible all that wind and stuff might have separated them. That's kind of sad. Uh, they still up there? Oh yeah, everywhere. Yeah, as soon as the shads start to come up, yeah, they start nesting out there. Oh, that's the only thing I can do with those guys is just risk it for the biscuit and set the hook. Uh, yeah, you see them all over O'Fallon. I don't see many in fairgrounds. I mean, you walk down the shoreline, you'll see one there and one over there, but O'Fallon, man, they're everywhere. How long since I fished it? About 2 weeks ago. Caught a lot of all those big long breasts that they stocked. Whole bunch of those smaller channel catfish, and a lot of bluegill. Couple small bass. I mean, in like a pound, half pound range. I mean, nothing monstrous. Yeah, some of those are those stalkers. You know, those big long ears, the ones bigger than your hand. Yeah, they're a hybrid species. The Missouri Department of Conservation raises. They seem to grow faster and survive better. So they're not exactly long ears. They're not exactly bluegill. They're not. They're some kind of hybrid they raised. They're great eating, big and thick. I mean, like two of those, and you've got a meal per person. I mean, they're like what 8 9 inches easy. Yeah, the ones you can hold by the mouth, and you're going, wow. Yeah, there's room between you and your hand. Let's see, 19 people and 97 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. See, sounds good. Let's see, Randall says, Mississippi, you got it right, my friend. Let's see, Dorothy, what's going on? Dorothy says, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, my friend. We've caught 10 freshwater drum and 2 buffalo so far today. Let's see, Ben says hi. Let's see, Danny went fishing. What's going on? How you doing, Danny went fishing? Danny went fishing says hi. With the fire emojis. Why do I keep getting back to my back of my main account? That's weird. And there we go. All righty, looks like we're doing good. Yeah, I'm wearing a mic feed right now. Yeah, I'm wearing a mic feed right now. So everyone can hear me really good. I don't have to super shout. Yeah, that's an upgrade to the channel thanks to donations from you guys. That's why I say on a lot of my stuff, donations, that's your money. Uh, I'll spend it any way you want me to spend it. Donations, that's a pop. Come on. Yeah, he's just so lightly pecking on it. I can't hook those little stinkers out there. Ooh, man, they are tough. Yeah, we're getting low on worms, folks. We're making it work. I hate to go back and dig some more of them because back here, the problem with digging them back in these locations is there's a lot of snakes back here. I haven't seen a snake around my house except for garden snakes in 20 years. Yeah, little garden snakes, they can't even bite. Pop, pop. And as soon as that sucker hits the bottom, they're nipping on it. There's a bite on that one. I see him. Just holding on to it again. You notice I'm pulling that bait away from those fish because I can feel it when they're just holding on to the end of the worm. Yep, he's doing it again. You can feel him just nibbling on the end of it. Man, they were good. Look at that. There's two worms on there, and he was nibbling on one of them. Just wouldn't get near that hook. You guys think these drum are easy to catch? Think again. I make it look easy sometimes, but I've been doing it for years. I've been fishing these locations for years, getting bites uh, from fish that most people don't even know exist. Fish that are in really shallow, that really are hitting super. Look at that, massive. That's a big one. Man, now I wish I'd have spent just a little bit longer to dig a little bit more bait. That is awesome catching, Mike. Thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate it, my friend. I see 21. Oh, we've broken 100, folks. We've made 100, 100 thumbs up. That's just freaking awesome, my friends. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're looking good. And this makes chatting with everyone so easy. This thing. How you doing, my friend? Yep, doing the live stream thing. Pop, pop, come on. Come on. I bet you I could get these guys to hit artificials. I mean that's how active they are right now. Coming up to the surface like that. I just bet you if I put like a, you know what, that's a possibility. I've got a box of a lot of spinners, and these guys are so active. I seriously bet that if I put like an inline spinner on, I can get these guys to hit it. It's an idle curiosity. I just popped into my head. Because this jighead crawler is not getting anything anyways today. I got a whole bunch of spinners from Dougie Doug here. I haven't even tried. Let's see, what kind of shape and size do I don't want too big, but I don't want too small either. Something that's gonna catch their eyes. Like this little I don't know. It has a feather on it. That's a good little inline. I don't know what type of inline spinners these are. Bait is gone, but it's been sitting out there long enough. It should have had at least more than one bite. Yeah, we're gonna put our inline spinner on, folks. These guys are hitting so fast out here. I'm just curious to see if they'll grab at a spinner, because they were hitting that sucker as soon as it hit the bottom over here. Let me trim this tag end up. I'll be right back, folks. It'll only take me a second. I don't even like putting lighters on the feed. You know how YouTube is with any type of flame. I've noticed that too on a lot of my live feeds. If you put a flame on, it'll either increase your views or decrease it. All right, she's trimmed. She's trimmed. All right, we've got a lot of different colors of these. Now that's a bright little guy. Hopefully that'll show up good in this mucky water. It's not too bad, actually. Yeah, there's a lot of fish. Whoa. No, that's just the bank collapsing. Seriously, it's a bank collapsing around me down here. Made me jump though too. Yep, starting to miss rain out here again, folks. It's a bite on the. I see him. You little stinker. He was hitting it pretty good. I'm only curious to see if they'll actually hit a spinner or something down here, because they are so actively feeding. They're coming up to the surface, chasing stuff left and right. I'm curious. Yeah, that spinner is like really spinning this line. Should have put a swivel on this thing, and man, it's spinning up that line. Yeah, I saw him hit it. Sounds like we've got another train coming, folks. I bet you this bait's like. I bet you this bait's like totally gone as well. Look at that. Man, they were getting good at pulling that bait off. Even I'm putting a single worm on them. They're still getting all that bait off. I was on that stick again. I had to. She drifted over to the right. There we go. That's another train, folks. Yeah, I'm picking out every little piece of worm we got over here. What's up? All right. No, I'm good. Thanks anyways. All right, that's back. Come check that chat. I'm only curious just to see if these guys, they're so active that maybe they'll chase an inline or something. And there goes the whole bank from where my rod is holding. Let's see, John P, what's going on? How you doing, John P? John P says MVP. John P says Danny. John P says Reaper. Let's see, Daniel says best of luck, my friend. Awesome. Hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoying the show. Let's see, 24 people in and 102 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell you what, I think I don't even have a big enough. I think I need to put on a bigger inline. Yeah, let's put on a friggin'. Well, I need to watch this, folks, because the last time I put on a big inline down here and cast it for a while, I hooked into about a 20-pound striper, and I never did land a dang thing. I got it up to the bank a couple of times and reached for it. Now, I didn't have that one on feed because I was just kind of fishing around and messing around, but I'm only, it's a curiosity of mine to see if, because these guys are so actively feeding right now up by the surface, chasing everything. It's very possible they might go after an inline spinner or something. And I don't, yeah, I left my clippers at home, so I got to keep, I got to keep going off feed to trim the tag ends. When you're using an inline spinner, folks, you have to make sure that your tag ends are trimmed behind where that spinner is spinning. Because if you don't, that tag end is going to it's going to interfere with the spinner. There we go. Yeah, we got a bigger size on. Gonna cast this around a bit. No, I'm off feed. Duh. This is our angle here. All right. Yeah, these were donated by Dougie Doug. These work much better in like the fairgrounds and stuff, but they do work down here. Especially when the water gets super low. Yeah, I get some distance on her. That almost looked like a sauger. Wasn't a gar. And this current's ripping to the left over here, so let me cast that direction here. Yeah, she's starting to rain quite a bit again, folks. And now that everything's situated with medications, hopefully we can do some more like feeds down here, multiple feed days. I got my other line. Boy, she drifted. Man, they drifted off spots. Like way down current. I'm about got that worm off too again. That might be it, folks. Got maybe 1 or 2 worms left in here. I didn't have a lot of time, folks. I only dug about 50. And you guys know how fast 50 worms can go down here. I didn't get out of here till 1 o'clock. All right, that one's back. Let's come check that chat, see what's going on. Let's see. Cindy, what's going on? How you doing, Cindy? Cindy says, good luck, sir. Appreciate that, my friend. 15 people in and see 103 thumbs up. It's just incredible, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. John Peepin says, Reaper and prayers. All right, we are looking good. Yeah, I think we're down to our last couple of worms, folks. And I didn't have time to go by the store and grab any corn, so we don't even got any dang corn. Yeah, I got a couple of worms left in here, not many. Hopefully we can get one more on for you guys. There's only a morbid curiosity as to see if they would get like an inline spinner, because it's been a long time since I've come down here and I've seen like the entire surface of this thing. Every couple of minutes, something's popping the surface. Recently, we've been seeing like, yeah, there'd be a smack by the surface and then that would be it for about 10, 15 minutes. But right now, it's like every couple of minutes you're seeing a fish pop the surface down here. Probably has a little something to do with the rain too. That drizzling rain can really activate them. And she drifted back to the right again. Oh boy, I wish it would make up its mind which way it wants to drift. I caught a massive fish right in front of me, folks. Cast it out there in front of them, but they usually don't hit like that. If something like that's going to hit, it's going to be hitting it. Oh, pop, pop, pop. Got him, folks. Got him. All right. All right. Come here, buddy. Finally got number 11. We finally hooked that little sucker. Yeah, we finally caught him. Number 11, my friends. So 11 freshwater drum and 2 buffalo today. So 11, yep, 12, yep, 13. Yep, 13 fish today. Gorgeous fish, folks. Come here, open your cute little mouth, you little stinker. Yeah, he's being stubborn. Open. Open. What the heck? I put that line down, something tried to. Yeah, he's being a nuisance. He won't open his mouth. Oh well. I'll hold him like this. Gorgeous fish, folks. Yeah, he's being a nuisance. Watch this. Yep, as soon as I tried. Aha, gotcha. Ah, success. All right, buddy. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. We've almost been in 3 hours. Let's see if we can make her another 15 minutes. And let me make sure I put the battery extender underneath underneath the backpack so she don't get wet, because she's starting to come down rain pretty good right now, folks. Yeah, I put this rod down and something popped her right by the bank. That was weird. That couldn't have been in an inch or two of water. And you know what? I don't think we're going to make her another 15 minutes, because we are out of worms. There's one. That's all we need is one. Yeah, just one little squiggly wiggly. Get that on there real good. All right. All we need is one little worm. Now, this bank has collapsed around us, folks. Drizzling rain. We've used up almost all of our worms. Yep, they've cleaned us out of house and home again. Hey, we did manage to catch 2 decent buffalo today, and 11 freshwater drum. That's not a bad trip. Not a bad trip at all. Pretty good, in fact. Yeah, our stick is collapsed into the river, so I'm just going to use my bucket. Yeah, our bank is going bye-bye, folks. See 26 people in and 103 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see, Radio, what's going on? How you doing, Radio? He says, hey, it's me again. How's the fishing today? It's pretty awesome. It's just I didn't have a lot of time, I'm afraid. I had to go by the pharmacy, and I didn't get out here till about 1 o'clock. I only had about 20 minutes to dig about 50 worms. I didn't get my 100, so we've caught 11 freshwater drum and 2 decent buffalo on the feed. Let's see, Donnie, what's going on? How you doing, Donnie? Donnie says hi. Radio says hi again. And see, Dave, what's going on? How you doing, Dave? Dave also says hi. All right, folks, looking pretty good in chat. Let's see. Oka, what's going on? How you doing, Oka? Oka asks, where are you fishing at? We're down on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River down in St. Louis, Missouri. If you go about a quarter of a mile that way, you'll reach the Arch in St. Louis. Get this out of here. I've got an inline spinner on there. These fish are very actively feeding, but worm seems to be our best bet for today. I'm seeing some nice white bass and stripers hitting the surface, but I'm not getting them today. All I'm getting are freshwater drum and buffalo. Well, heck, a fish is a fish. I didn't think I'd make it out today. I was debating about it on the way home. I was like starting to make some good time. I was like, if I push her, I bet I can make her out fishing today. I just bet. And we made it out of here, barely. Pop, pop. Come on, come on. I see him hitting it. We still got a wormy on, so she's going right back out. I didn't like that cast. Not at all. Nope, nope, didn't like it. That's better. An extra foot or two that way means I'll hold in the current, because the current down here is constantly changing, folks. So you have to keep, you know, manning them rods. And if you don't, this is what happens. You get pulled into a tree. Well, let's see if something pulls her off. I didn't set the hook too hard in her. If something gets a hold of that worm, maybe he'll pull it off. We still got one rod out here trying to manage to catch something. And we're casting around the big old end line. Pop, pop. One more cast with this and I'll come back and check the chat, okay? Get this thing closer to the bank. That's a rocky shoreline, but sometimes where those big stripers like to hold out. One reason why I bring worms down here, folks, all the time is because you're guaranteed to at least get a couple bites on worms. I've got the other stuff with me too, but sometimes when those fish aren't hitting, and I knew I'd get a rock down there eventually, come off. All right, let's check that chat. Let's see, Dakota, what's going on? How you doing, Dakota? Dakota says, "Hey, Mike. Oka says, Oka asks, do you know what the Cape Fear River is in North Carolina?" I know what you're talking about. It's just I haven't fished North Carolina before. I haven't done a lot of traveling over the years. I've been down to Texas and back. Made it down to the Gulf of Mexico. Up a little bit, up into way up into the top of Missouri. I'm a Mississippi River man. I've been fishing down here around the arch a long time. Drizzling rain right now, folks, so bear with me. I got to clean that screen off every once in a while. Let's see, Glenn says, good afternoon, MBP. Afternoon to you too, my friend. I haven't fished in North Carolina before. I fished in Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, let's see, Missouri, and Illinois. Now, you're talking a lot of shoreline over 50 years going up and down this river, like the locations, the ponds, the lakes, the rivers, the creeks that come off of this river. See 17 people in and 106 thumbs up. It's just incredible, my friends. Yeah, we are out of bait, folks. So I'm just trying to push her just a tiniest bit longer. And that one's still snagged. Oh well, just checking her out, seeing if anything had gotten her off. Apparently not. I don't think that one's coming off, I'm afraid, but this one's still okay. So we still got one rod out here fishing. Our big rod's still out. Yeah, they ate us out of house from home. I was only able to dig 50 worms today, and they ate those suckers up fast. Just trying to put on these last couple of worms we got here. Yeah, we dumped out our bucket. There's only a few I've got left down here on the bottom of the bucket. I caught 11 freshwater drum today and 2 nice buffalo. That's still a pretty decent feed. Just enough rain to be a little bit of an irritant. Not enough to stop you from fishing, but enough to go, nah. All right, we're looking good, folks. Mike's still on. Let me check. Yep, she's still on. Yeah, I found just enough worms to get one more cast here because that is it. There's nothing left here. And the bucket is empty. Come on, big guys. I know you're out here. Weather permits, we're going to keep doing our daily live streams. Mother Nature, she's been throwing some pretty heavy storms on us recently. Heavy enough to where the majority of the day yesterday it was raining so hard I couldn't even see across the street. Another big one. That was a catfish. That was a nice channel cat. Solid like 4 or 5 pounder. That fish comes totally out of water. There's another one over there too. Kind of a shame I ran out of worms, but at the same time, it's nice to be down here to witness this stuff. Pop. That popped it pretty hard. Come on, big guy. Just hit her. Hard enough for me to set the hook. Nope, not gonna do it. I know, they're being stubborn. Yeah, it was kind of holding okay. I should have just left it out there. That's enough worm, dang it. These fish are being stubborn. Yeah, our banks collapsed underneath us, folks, so I had to use my bucket to keep the rod up. See, Daniel says, Glenn, buddy, hope you're doing good. Dry the screen off again. All right, 20. Oh, he's still popping on it. Oh, he got it. He got it off. At least he got it out of the snag. Good for you, Mr. Fishy. Good for the fishy. At least he got it out of the snag. I'm okay. I'm missing that one. All right, I think we've been in about 3 hours, folks. 3 hours of drizzly rain. Uh, yeah, let's see. 257. Okay, just checking. Ugh. Ow, that was my knee. Dadgummit. I haven't had my knee popping. Oh, there's a pop. Come on. Oh, come on, man. How can I miss that fish? Just pop, 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 and I still missed him. Dang it. And maybe this rain is getting me off right now. I don't know. We're out of bait, folks. We're like, yeah, it's gone. Nothing left. Not even the tiniest sliver of a worm. Oh well. Almost made it 3 hours with 50 worms. That's pretty good. 11 freshwater drum, 2 pretty good buffalo. Like a pretty good day to me. Pretty dang good day to me. Now, why won't that close? Because that was not. That's the only thing about this particular box that drives me a little Looney Tunes is that little stinker will not friggin' close all the way sometimes. Like that. There's one little split shot in the way. All right. Very compact though. I like the compactness of that particular box. I think everyone should have one of those in their box. Let's see, Randy's back in. Randy says Glenn. All right, folks. I think we are going to count her down over here. We're out of bait, folks. I know it's. Yeah, that is really. I've been jumpy about that all day. I'll take a cast inline, just one more. Bomb this sucker down here as close as I can to this rocky edge. Wasn't even close enough. I like it even closer than that. It seems like these end lines, they spin okay for, and then they just kind of stop spinning there for no reason. They'll skip a spin. Oh, that's where I've been wanting it. Still not quite as close as I wanted to that edge. Pop, pop, pop. What they're doing is just smacking at it and letting it go, smacking at it and letting it go. But when I set the hook, there's nothing there. I guess those last couple of worms just aren't enough to attract them to pull that rod. There's some big gar down here. I'm surprised they're not smacking at this inline. Hey, what's going on? All right, I'm fixing to shut her down right now. And it's been, and I'm out of bait, so yeah, they're just nibbling at the last couple. All right, let me check the time, folks. I might have a ride home, so gotta take it when I get it. Yep, 3 hours and 2 minutes. All right, folks. Steve Reynolds says, yep, later, everyone. All right, my friend. We've been in 3 hours. Let's see. 17 people still in and 108 thumbs up. All right, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We caught 11 freshwater drum and 2 nice buffalo. Got out in the rain. Pretty good day to me, right, folks? Yeah. Sheesh, dude. Look at it. Look at it. Seriously. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, boy. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, my friends. I'm just going to have my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.